Alright, welcome to my first game of Alpha Strike in my life. This will be the first game of the my 3039 campaign, and we're using, of course, Alpha Strike and the Chaos campaign rules. So, according to those rules, the first battle is a meeting engagement where you use 33% of your force. So this will be I believe, a company level game. So just instead of using the entire, is that right? Or is it company or battalion? Yeah, using the company level game. Sorry about that. I was just had a little bit of a moment there. Couple housekeeping things. I can't recreate all these different planets because half these planets are destroyed, or they're volcanic, or all these planets have been nuked half the time from the first 4 succession wars. So this is going to be my template for all of them. I just Battletech is just going to be a little bit of a side thing for me. I am a historical gamer, but I love Battletech, so that's just to get that out there. So this first planet we're going to be battling on is going to be Alrakis. Sounds a little bit like Dune, but it's not. We're the 5th Donegal Guards of the Federated Commonwealth. We'll be engaging the 11th Legion of Vega. Alright, so this will be at the meeting engagement track. Both sides have paid their money to get into the track. Both battalions have 3,000 points to start off with. I hope I did that right, and if I didn't, I'm going to do that anyway. And we'll just kind of introduce the mechs as they walk on. I think the things I'm going to do just for housekeeping things, I'm not going to do this every battle, but I'm going to try to double the ranges of the weapons. We'll see how that works. It's a bigger table. It is a 15 by 7 foot table. Standard movement. Going to use variable damage, so every point of every weapon point, I'm going to roll one separate, or 2d6 for each one of a different color. And there was something else I was going to do. Oh no, and then when we move on after initiative, it'll be lance by lance. So the loser moves 1 lance and blah 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 blah. So we'll see if that works, and we'll go from there. Of course, once again, it's my first game of Alpha Strike, and let's get right into it, and we'll roll for initiative. I guess I should show the map a little bit. I definitely need more trees. I got these buildings off eBay. My trees, maybe they're not to scale, but you never know. You're on an alien planet. These buildings were pretty cool. They were guy on eBay was selling them pretty cheap, so they're kind of neat. Maybe a bit small, I don't know. Battle mechs are huge, but it looks good. I need more trees. These trees are going to get used for my 12mm and epics battles in the future. So the plan is to get a bazillion trees, kind of loop them into clusters of 3. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. And we'll, and of course, this is my usual killing fields terrain mats. And now we can do initiative. There's kind of hills all over the place. There's no water on this one. For the roads, I think it's WWG's roads that I usually use for my 28mm, and I just cut them in half. So, 28mm down to, basically, I'm going to be going down to 12mm, 13mm stuff. So, and then I put some flocking static grass on the outside of them. It did turn them into a little bit of less flexible than they were, so we'll see if this works, but I'm going with it for the time being.
Enemy detected. Weapons systems online.
Alright, that's kind of fitting. Kurita wins the initiative for the first turn, so the Combine is going to let 1 lance from the Federated Commonwealth come on in, so the Donegal Guards will move their first lance onto the table. Alright, the light lance of the Donegal Guards moves on to the table, onto the battlefield. They've got a flea, a commando, a stinger, and a Valkyrie. I can include the breakdown of what units they are. I think I got them all right. I used the master unit list, but I've been known to screw things up. I tried to keep things, 3039 in the Succession War era. So, but if I screwed up, I apologize. The Legion of Vega moves on a Sentinel, a Raven, a Jenner, and a Panther, and they got their TMNs down just like the other gentlemen do. All right, it's on to Lance number 2 for the Well, you know, I'll just come back with I'll just give you a break here, and I'll just come back after the movement phase. Got kind of excited there at first. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to have to work on my battle report delivery because this is my first Alpha Strike game, but we'll do movement first. Since I am introducing the mechs as they come onto the battlefield on turn 1, I better show them. We got an Atlas, a Marauder, and a Charger coming on for the Donegal Guards. Right down the gut, they've all got TMM1. No big, no one's running yet. Just kind of taking it easy. I don't feel like getting too tricky. Combine responds with their heavy mech. They've got a Battle Master, a Zeus, a Black Knight, and a Night Star. Yes, baby. Coming on to the battlefield. All right. Got just the medium lances left for both sides. Donegal Guards up first. On the left side of the battlefield, the Federated Commonwealth brings in a Crab, a Blackjack, their Thunderbolt, and a Hunchback, heading towards this residential area. That's kind of more of an industrial area over there. All right. Just so you know, each there's a Lance Leader that has a Pilot 3, but everyone else is skill 3. But everybody else is skill 4. So there's 3 gentlemen out here that are each side that are a little bit better than the other guys, just to make it a little bit more fun. And we'll see if I can actually remember to do that or not. And the medium lance for the Legion of Vega is just awesome. They got an Ostrock, an Assassin, and then of course a Catapult and an Archer. And they come in and they're in range, and they've got tone on those gentlemen down there. But we'll get to that in a minute. Just a quick look across the battlefield. This lance can see that lance. Oh crap, technically these guys can see them down there. That's nuts. And then those guys I think are behind the trees. Let's take a look. Yeah, they got all kinds of hills and stuff stopping them. But Marauder, Atlas, they can all see that Black Knight. The Awesome cannot. And Charger can see the Zeus. Alright, so we're going to get some shooting on turn 1. That's pretty crazy. Sorry about the zooming in and zooming out. Trying to, not used to these ranges. Maybe it's too much to do this. We're going to try it this turn, and we'll find, or try it this game. We'll give it a whirl. All right, starting off, Blackjack. He's going to fire at that Atlas. I mean, not Atlas, Archer down there. Let me see what kind of range this bad boy's got. So, rookie mistake. Blackjack and the Crab both do not have any long-range weapons. They can't shoot at all. This Thunderbolt does, though. The Hunchback also does, but he doesn't have anything really to shoot at. He's behind the tree, or behind the hill. So the Thunderbolt is going to cut loose on the Archer. I think he's got 3 firepower factors. It is definitely long range, and we'll see what happens here. I won't do this every time, I don't think, but he move, which is 0 in Alpha Strike. The TMM on the Archer is a +1. It is long range, which is +4, and he's a pilot of 3, and there's no terrain in the way. So that's an 8. So his missiles come flying in and do 2 damage to this gentleman. He's still got 3 armor left on the exterior. That's pretty crazy. I love it. That was all the shooting that those gentlemen can do. I'm actually going to research into those 2 mechs on the FedCom side to see if they have long-range weapons to even shoot. All right, the Charger, if he has weapons, he can see the Battle Master. He can see the Zeus, and then he can see the Black Knight. All right, the Charger has no long-range weapons, so he can't do anything. Marauder firing at the Zeus. He has 3 shots. He's a pilot of 4. Long range goes to 8. TMM for the Black Knight, for the Zeus is 1. He needs 9. And roll 3 dice. assuming that would be a particle projection cannon, reaches out and nails the Zeus there, the chest. Take 1 point of damage. The other two firepowers, both shots, both go wide. Zeus still has 7 armor points left. All right, firing at the Black Knight is going to be the Atlas. He's a pilot of 3 at long range. It would be a 7, and then plus the TMM of 1. Nothing's in the way. Looking for 8s with 2 shots. LRMs rain down on the Black Knight, doing 1 point of armor damage to him. He's still rocking 6 more points of armor there on the exterior. No big issues there. All right, that'll finish the FedCom shooting. Now we'll get the Draconis Combine firing back at the invaders. Battlemaster can see the Charger down there. He has 1 firepower factor. He's got a piloting of 4. We're looking at 9s, but we're going to add 1 on because he's got one of the trees is kind of in the way a little bit of that. He's looking for a 10 with this 1 shot. Charger's got all kinds of armor. Takes a doink there from the Battlemaster's, probably a large laser, I'm guessing. All right, let's go over the next one. The Zeus has 3 long-range shots. He can see the Marauder down there. Don't get nauseated from the zoom. We're looking at, I think, 9s to hit. Marauder gets cracked for 2 points of damage. Oh, not good. They're rolling like a boss right now. Black Knight will be shooting next. He is the Lance leader. He'll be firing at the Atlas if he can fire that. If he has any long-range weapons. He's got 1 firepower factor. Probably that huge cannon on his right arm. He's unleashing it on the Atlas. I'm rolling like a boss. Atlas takes 1 point of damage. He's got plenty to take. And then I believe it. Oh, just the Night Star. Let me see if he can even see anything. No joy for the Night Star. He's just looking at the trees and hills. All right, moving on to the Lance to the right. The Ostrok's got 2 long-range shots. He's looking at the crab. I can't remember what his TMM is, but he's going to unleash on him. Let's see what he's got to roll. Crab's got a TMM of 1. So we got a pilot of 4. Oop, my alarm's going off. 1 second. So looking for a 9 to hit the crab with those 2 firepower factors. Crab takes a hit. He's still got 4 external armor left. No bueno. Now we move over to Team Missile. The Archer will be firing next. I'm sure he's got all kinds of missiles. They're going to combo on the crab. Archer's got 3 firepower factors. He's the Lance leader, looking for 8s to nail that bugger. Crab ducking and weaving. Got some kind of guidance issues with the Archer. Everything misses. Catapult to see if he can do any better. We'll call it a guidance system screw up or some kind of defect why this catapult couldn't fire last turn. But I found we're going to switch over to a CPLT-C1 that has short of +2, a medium of, short of 2, medium of 3, and a long of 2. So that one actually has missiles. I haven't gone back and checked all these. I was basically just trying to make sure that they were manufactured in the correct era and they had decent point totals. That's, when it was my first time using master unit lists, so definitely some room for improvement. These mech types might be getting tweaked for the first couple of battles just while I learn my way around this system. But oh wow, phenomenal playing Battletech again. It's definitely got a different feel to it after turn 1. All right, let's get back to it.
Enemy detected. Weapons systems online.
Combine takes initiative again. All right, let's move the FedCom boys. Start off part with the Light Lance. Definitely have to watch my movement a little closer now that I know these people can shoot across the entire board. Oh, I will reevaluate that as we go if that's just too much range. I do like to shoot right away though, so I might be sticking with that. All right, after turn 2 movement phase, we'll do an overhead view like I do with some other battle reports, see if we can do this good. Commando's flanking out to the right. He moved pretty good. This guy flew with the flea, cutting across the left. Gonna join up with they're gonna try to join up with these guys, have a good city fight. A little urban warfare. Valkyrie and a Stinger both jumped over these woods, so they're gonna be maximized. These guys just move forward. The Awesomes kind of staying behind the trees. The Marauder and the Atlas that have got some good long range abilities are just going right down the middle, and the Charger's gonna kind of use the buildings as cover as he advances. Same thing of the Crabs starting to move towards the buildings for cover. What is this guy? Oh, I forgot. The Blackjack jumped since he doesn't have any long range stuff. Might have to look at his variant too, because I like a little bit of long range, but we'll see. He jumped to make it harder to hit him as he moves towards the buildings. The Thunderbolt and the Hunchback are long rangers, so they kind of went down the middle to try to draw fire and also to engage the other gentleman at long range. They're definitely giving up some firepower to the Kuritans over here. Assassin jumped like a beast. He went right down the middle. He's got no long range stuff, so he's going to live in those woods and city and just do some domination. The Ostrak moved up on the other side of the road. And the slower moving Catapult, which will have a better variant here for this turn, and the Archer can basically engage missile fire with those gentlemen down there. Battle Masters flanking right. The bigger long range guys for the Legion of Vega, the Night Star, and the Zeus, they're going up the center. The Black Knight cutting left, offer support once he gets up into these woods. Jenner's fastest mech for the Kuritans, he went right. Panther's a bit slow, just kind of sludging up the middle. And then looking to flank, we've got the Raven and the Sentinel. So peeking over the top. I guess they literally have drones in this, and satellites and spaceships in this one. You can see the overhead map as the Kuritans are moving forwards. The tags actually might make it, well, the red stands out too. Advancing along the middle of the battlefield. Shouldn't be a slugfest with the longer range stuff. Almost got decapitated by a chair there. That's not good. And here's the FedCom gentlemen. Here's their heavy mech back here in the center, and then the light mech kind of going both directions as you see towards the city. Cool. Hope that wasn't too nauseating. Alright, we'll get to shooting. Alright, starting off for Team FedCom, we've got the Marauder shooting at the Zeus down there. Definitely going to be long range. We'll right back with some math here in a moment. 3 shots, looking for 9s to hit the Zeus. Oh, he misses everything. That's been a first in this game. I was kind of coming off hot there. Atlas bearing down on the Night Star. Let's see what we got. Big Daddy's got 2 shots, looking for 8s to hit that boy. Scrapes the paint on the Night Star, doing 1 point of damage. Thunderbolt and the Hunchback can both see the Archer. Let's see what they need. Hunchback's got 2 shots, looking for 9s to nail him. Oh, he bricks it. Oh, not good. Alright, Thunderbolt right next door, 2 shots, looking for 8s to hit the same Archer. Archer takes a point of damage. Catapult's laughing at him. Oh, he's got the missile tubes heating up. Archer better watch out. He's got 2 points of external armor left before he goes internal. Crabs at medium range on that. I believe it's an assassin. I always forget. But that thing jumped and all kinds of good stuff. Looking for 10s. 2 shots. The assassin takes a point of damage. Blackjack cannot see him, and he can't reach the catapult. So that'll end FedCom shooting. And we'll switch over to the Kuritans. Assassin's got one shot, needing an 8 back on the crab. That laser reaches out, drilling the crab for a point of damage. Nice shot. Alright, let's see what the rest of these crazy people can do. They're probably going to focus down on one of these guys. Probably be this guy. We'll see. Just inside medium range. Ostrak firing 4 shots. They're going to concentrate on the hunchback. Try to put him out of his misery. Looking for 7s. This could be painful. Ostrak hits him for 2 points of damage. Incoming missiles now, but these guys are just inside long range from the archer and from the catapult. So we're going to get 3 shots from the archer. I think he's the lance leader, so he's going to need 8s, I believe. That's correct. And then we'll get 2 shots from the catapult, needing 9s. Hunchback gets rocked for 2 points of damage. He's down to 1 external armor point. Smoke in the air. More missiles inbound from the catapult. 2 shots, needing 9s.
Warning. Armor breach. Warning. Damage critical.
Missiles are on target. He's in fuego. Goes internal. Chance for a critical on the hunchback. Oh no! Let's see what happens. Roll 2d6.
Warning. Armor breached.
Weapon destroyed.
He takes a weapon hit. Oh! Alright, -1 damage every time he shoots. Not sure if he's going to be alive much longer. But that's alright. That's the way Alpha Strike is. Alright, moving on to the middle lance. I think it's Night Star time. Zeus is up first. He can see the Marauder, I believe. And the Night Star can see the Atlas. Long range. 3 shots, needing 9s. This guy's a missile boat. Marauder pilot ducking and weaving. Nothing hits him. He loves it. Night Star is going to fire at the Atlas with lasers. Needing 8s at long range. 3 shots. The Legion of Vega is not thrilled with me as my dice go ice cold on their assault mechs. They miss. The rest of these gentlemen out here to the left have no targets, no joy. The light mechs or the smart mechs. Alright, that'll finish turn 2. Let's head to turn 3, which will be this game probably over by turn 6. Everyone will be dead. I think the point of this is when it gets to 50%, we get a force withdrawal. And the other side wins. Alright, let's see what happens. I have no idea. Alright, it's time for turn 3, which I assume is going to be the turn... Well, I think from now on until the game's over, it's going to be the turn of absolute death. Okay, let's see what happens, baby. Alright, roll for initiative.
Enemy detected. Weapons systems online.
The Donegal Guards finally win one. This could be clutch. Alright, so we'll move a Kuritan Lance first, as the Legion of Vega has some command confusion. I can start using some overheat stuff. I really haven't used that yet. So some of these special rules, and my tactics are going to be pretty sad too. But we're having fun, baby. I started that and I'm like, I need my pointer. All right, I'm gonna try to do this from the drone feed. All right. Oh, sorry. On the left here, the Sentinel and the Raven kind of flank to the left with the Legion of Vega. So they could shoot across the battlefield, which is cool. Panther jumped, landed in these trees, so you get some protection there. Jenner moved like a boss up into these trees up here. Just looking across the other way, the Commando and the Valkyrie are right here across from him. Challenger can probably fire across here. Back in these trees here, you got sorry, that's the Stinger and the Flea both hauled booty up into here. I gotta look at where they can shoot and not. Look at me some shooter. Awesome, the Atlas and the Marauder over here. Coming back across. I got Addison down here now. These guys kind of march together with the Black Knight, the Night Star. I'm really thrilled myself getting these all right. The Zeus and the Battlemaster. Battlemaster's kind of more peeling off towards the right. And then these guys march forward with the Archer and the Catapult. That's the Ostrock. The assassin jumped behind those buildings. He doesn't want to get his last piece of armor blown away. And then you got the crab. Oh, the blackjack, the thunderbolt, and what's left of the hunchback over there. All right, so the Legion of Vega will be firing first. Addison's going to be rolling some dice, just kind of explaining the game to her as we go. And boom.
Boom.
All right, starting off on the left flank of the Legion of Vega, the the Raven and the Sentinel are going to fire at medium range against that Stinger there. I think the Sentinel has 1 firepower factor at medium range. The Raven's got 2. They will get cover from the trees and the TMM and the medium range. I'm looking at the wrong mech. Where are they? All right, first up, Sentinel's going to cut loose with that cannon on its left arm. Looking for a 9. All right, Addison's be rolling. Just as long as you need 2 of this different 2 dice for each shot. There's 2 shots coming out of this Raven. The Raven's going to be looking for 9s too. Is it 9s or 10s? 1 second. Yep. So 2 shots needing 9s coming from the Raven firing at the Stinger. All right, saved by the tree. Stinger loves it. Both those shots from laser energy weapons fly by and miss the Stinger. All right, Panther's here. Medium range. He has a tree in the way, but he's going to fire at the Commando. All right, so the Panther firing from the tree. Oh, he jumped too. Hang on, I think it's an extra one. He'll be +2 because he jumped. So he's looking for 11s with 2 shots at medium range, trying to hit the Commando through some trees. Behind the tree over there. He's going to shoot next. All right, so he gets nailed for 1 point of damage. Shot comes flying out of the trees. Addison rolled like a boss on both of those. All right, let's see what the Jenner's going to shoot at. All right, so the Jenner's going to fire straight ahead at the Charger at medium range. That guy's only got a TMM of 1. It's wide open, no cover. That's a big buddy to pick on. That's like a 35-pound mech against a 90-pounder, 90-tonner or something. But who cares? And we need a 7 to hit. I forgot the Jenner's the Lance leader, so it just need a 6. Thanks for Addison's math skills. And boom. Addison likes the record keeping in this game. All right, Charger, the Challenger model. He takes a second doink. He's not too upset. He's got lots of armor. All right, so the Black Knight is up. He's a scale of 3. He's the Lance leader. At medium range, they're going to concentrate or focus down on the Marauder. 3 shots, looking for... So it's 3. Medium range is 5. And then +1. So 6, right?
Yes.
Am I wrong or am I right?
3, medium range is +1.
Yeah.
And then +2.
No, medium range is +2.
So 5. It's still 6.
6. Okay, cool. Let's make it sure. All right, he nails the Marauder twice, chinking away his armor. Addison rolling good. Night Star needing a 7, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. 4 shots at medium range, blasting away. I love the Night Star. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful boss mech. Marauder takes 2 more damage. She's got 2 more external armor left. I gotta see who the Zeus is gonna shoot at. Addison and I are gonna figure out the math. He's definitely got trees in the way. Addison just found a great... I was like all trying to figure out who the Battle Master could shoot at next, and she found the great shot at the Hunchback. I accidentally put him up on a tree, up on a hill like an idiot. All right, the Zeus is gonna pay the 1 tree penalty and fire at the Marauder too at medium range. He'll be looking for 8s. All right, the Zeus connects with 2 more shots on the Marauder. He has no external armor left, but nothing in the internal yet. Battlemaster's going to be switching targets, firing wide open on the already crushed Hunchback. He's like, hello, and that's going to be bad news for him. All right, did I say 3 shots? Yeah, 3 shots. Looking for 7s. Hunchback's already got all of his armor blown up. This could kill him. All right, Hunchback takes one shot from the Battle Master. He loses another tink of internal armor. We're going to roll for a critical.
Core meltdown imminent. Warning. Damage critical.
Hunchback takes an engine hit. First one. So he's got extra heat and more bonuses to try to hit. But that takes effect at the end of the turn, not this turn. All right, the Ostrok is going to try to waste the Hunchback. He's got 4 shots at medium range. He's a skill 4. So I think we're shooting at 7s if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 4 shots.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Ostrok blast 2 shots into the Hunchback. That's all he's got left. Oh, eject. He's out of there. He's destroyed. But he still lives to fire. We'll turn him sideways next time. Archer at medium range, firing missiles like it's his job. 3 shots, needing 6s because he's a skill 3 on the Crab. Crab gets pounded by some missiles, takes 1 point of damage. He's still there, baby. He's loving it. All right, now the Catapult firing the same thing, but he needs 7s with 3 shots. Crab gets jacked. Loses all of his external armor. We're going internal on the Krabby Crab. Let's see what happens.
Warning. Armor breached.
All right, a 9's blank, so nothing happens there. And that, because the assassin can't shoot. Only thing he could maybe fire at would be the Hunchback, but that'd be a tough shot. I designed it purposely to put him behind stuff. So he's done. So we'll start at this end with the Donegal Guards. The FedCom shooting back. All right, this Lance is going to focus on the Archer. I think he's already got damage. So it's going to be still medium range. He's got a TMM of 1. So 4 7s with 2 shots from the Crab. Energy weapons coming in hot. Archer burns away the last 2 pieces of his armor. He's all internal after this. For the name of this mech. Blackjack fires at the Archer as well at medium range. He'll need 3 shots as well. Looking for 7s to get into the internal of the old Archer. Archer internal. All right, so Addison rolled her double 6. I might have missed it before. So she'll get a through armor critical on the Archer, plus an extra internal armor hit. So that's 2 off the internal structure of the Archer.
Warning. Armor breach. Warning. Damage critical.
Weapon destroyed.
So he takes a fire control hit for his critical. The other one was a blank, so he'll be +2 from now on if he survives the turn. All right, and now the Thunderbolt, who's just salivating, waiting to shoot. Oh yeah, now it's time for the Thunderbolt. Shooting at the Archer. He's got 4 shots. He's a skill 3, so needing 6s to hit. So the Hunchback has got 4 shots. He's got a fire or weapons hit, so it's going to need 8s to hit the Archer with his 4 shots. Archer got 2 more hits from the Thunderbolt. He's down to 2 left on his internal structure. Oh, we get a chance for a critical.
Warning. Armor breached.
Weapon destroyed.
Archer takes a weapons hit, and now he gets 4 shots from the Hunchback.
Enemy mech destroyed.
All right, so the Hunchback fires in his death throes as he's going back and ejecting. He fires and kills the Archer. The Archer blows up. He's already fired, so both of those mechs are out of the combat. All right, now we slide over to the Heavy Lance. The Marauder, they're all going to, and the Atlas and the Awesome are all going to focus down on the Night Star. 5 shots needing 7s from the Marauder. Addison's marking off damage. Night Star still got 5 external armor left. He just took 4 hits from the Marauder. Now let's do the Awesome. I love the Awesome. Was probably my favorite mech besides the Atlas, and he's going to fire at medium range. I probably need 7s as well. Night Star takes 3 hits from the Awesome. Now the King Daddy Big Daddy Atlas, I don't know how many shots he has. He's a pilot 3, so it's going to be 6s, whatever it is. Alright, that goes into critical on the Night Star. We're going to roll 2 dice real quick and see what that is.
Warning. Armor breached. Warning. Damage critical.
Checks out. A 5 is no hit at all. No critical on the Night Star. Yeah, baby. Charger needs a 9 to hit the Jenner with 4 shots at medium range. Will it be the end of the Jenner? See how good Addison rolls for this bad boy. Alright, he hits the Jenner twice. Jenner is lost his external armor. That's all. That's all he had, man. Alright, the Stinger is gonna. I don't know how many shots he got. Addison, see if this is. See if this is 12 inches here on measuring. Stinger's gonna fire at the Jenner. Might be medium range though. Alright, that's short range, but he will play 1 for the trees. 2 shots, needing 8s to maybe kill the Jenner. Yeah, we got a critical hit chance. Stinger hits the Jenner for 1 shot. Here comes Addison to roll the critical hit chance.
Warning. Armor breached. Warning. Damage critical.
We get a motive hit. What the hell does that do?
It must be some kind of acting game.
2 stars. Reduce. Here it is. Motive hits that reduce movement also reduce TMM. Okay.
It's not
So
a full one yet?
yeah, he lost half a movement point. So movement point, half of it gone. He's still at regular movement, but another one will knock him down to 1 lower. Alright, the flea can see the Night Star, but there's a tree in the way, so it's half medium range. My phone's ringing. I'm going to get it in a minute. And we'll see what it does. The flea's got 1 shot at medium range, needing an 8 to hit the Night Star. How small the flea is. He's tiny. He's the smallest mech out there. Roll it. Go. Alright, the flea misses. Addison was like saying, "What the heck? Just 1 shot? That's sad." But he's like a 20-ton mech. He's like he's like legs, a motor, and a small laser. All right, and now we get the Commando and the Valkyrie. I guess they'll shoot at the Panther through the trees. Let's see. Oh, that's medium range. I forgot the Panther jumped, so we're gonna shoot at the with the 1-through-1 tree at the Jenner. So we'll pay a penalty there. We're going to switch it up. We'll start with the Valkyrie. So the Valkyrie's got 2 shots, needing 9s to hit the Jenner behind the tree. How much critical damage has he got? Internal structure. That's 1 more.
2 out of 3. He's got 1 more left.
There's 1 more left. All right, we roll for a critical.
Warning. Armor breached. Warning.
Weapon destroyed.
He takes a weapon critical hit, and then we'll finish up the turn with the Commando, and he's going to need a 9 with how many shots he's got to hit the Jenner. Commando, he's got a lot of 3 shots from medium range. He's a bad boy at the Jenner, needing 9s.
Warning. Armor breached. Enemy mech destroyed.
Smoke him if you got him. The Commando shoots the Jenner through the trees, blowing him up. Oh, he's a bad boy. Nice. Good kill. And with the death of the Jenner, turn 3 comes to an end. So the Jenner died, an Archer died, and a Hunchback died. So we're dying fast and furious here in Alpha Strike. But it's not too bad. All right, I'm going to go up and edit the heck out of this. I was trying to rip my starter motor out of my truck and failed miserably. So that'll be my brother-in-law's going to come help me on that one. We'll get it done. All right, you're the best. We'll talk to you in turn 4. All right, as we get into turn 4, I almost have to remind myself, 50% losses will cause one of the forces to withdraw. So the Kuritans, the Legion of Vega, has lost 2 guys. So 6 is the number where they're going to do a force withdrawal. So we're only got 12 mechs on the side for each force. So maybe everybody else knew that, and I was like, wait a minute. So, oh, looks like someone's knocked over a lance down here. Let me get that real quick. My cats might have jumped on the table while I was gone. My cat toppled the mighty Atlas. That's insane. All right, here we go, baby. Let's do initiative.
Enemy detected. Weapons systems online.
All right, the Donegal Guards win initiative for turn 4. The Legion of Vega will move first. Possibly, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I could feel crazy. Not the most defensive player in the world, but let's see what happens. Addison's gone out of town with a friend of hers, so I'm soldiering on without my partner in crime for this one. But she'll be back. Don't worry, this is going to be a long and enduring campaign. Cannot wait. Alright, after the movement phase, the Legion of Vega starts pulling in from the left flank as the Sentinel and the Raven were over here, kind of cut back to the right. After losing the Raven, losing the Jenner, kind of a bit nervous. This is just really a probe to try to meet the Donegal Guards that have landed. The Puma jumped to the right a little bit, trying to tie in with these other the other lance in the center. The Donegal Guards have sent the Commando and their Valkyrie out to try to nail the Sentinel. The Chargers kind of supporting along with the Awesome. Stinger jumped up into the center here, entering the downtown, whatever, Metroplex, whatever the heck this is called, trying to tie it in with the heavy lance, and of course the Flea just hauling butt comes over here. We saw the Pumas back here. The Night Star doesn't want to lose his mech. He's pulling back, almost like a force withdrawal. Black Knight, the Zeus, and the Battlemaster angling to the right to support the missile lance that lost the archer, and try to combine arms against the Thunderbolt, the Blackjack, and the Crab, which advanced onto the heights west of this part of the industrialized area. This is more of a civic center. That's more of an industrial area. Sorry about that. These gentlemen are here, and then to tie in the Marauder and the Atlas. Sorry, I'm not quite get a picture of them. Trying to angle to the left, but not as fast. But these guys are sheltered by this ridge line here, which might just put the Black Knight, but he did put the trees between him and them as the Night Star has fallen back. Alright, so that's movement phase. The Legion of Vega will be firing first. We'll start with this massive assault over here. We look at some angles and see who they're going to fire at. Alright, let's do some shooting. The Ostrock's kind of hosed himself. He's got 2 bunches of trees between him, so he can't see through that. The Assassin can see. He's looking right down the barrel of the Thunderbolt, which is always a great feeling, especially when you only have 1 point of internal structure left. He jumped to get over here. I don't think I mentioned that. And so did the Catapult. They jumped over here. So the Assassin will go ahead and fire what he's got at medium range against the Thunderbolt. He's firing through 1 set of trees, needing a 10 with 1 shot against the Thunderbolt. Very close with that shot through the trees, missing the Thunderbolt by millimeters. Alright, next up, probably just stick with the same lance. The Ostrock can't shoot. Catapult, we get a look from behind him. Probably going to fire in the Thunderbolt as well. Unable to achieve a positive lock as those missiles just impact into the trees and ground around the Thunderbolt. He's going to live, baby. Alright, on to the Battlemaster. Battlemaster's worked himself into close range like a boss. Nice job. Yeah, that's going to be pretty sweet. These guys are going to blast each other. Thunderbolt's intention was to hide in those trees, so he will get +1 cover. But Battlemaster is going to unload on him at close. Let me see how many shots he's got, and we'll go from there. 4 shots, needing 6s from the Battlemaster against the Thunderbolt. 3 hits rock the Battlemaster. He's still got, the Thunderbolts. He still has 4 armor left on the external. Zeus going to back up his buddy's play and unload into the Battlemaster also. I think he's also going to need 6s. 2 more hits on that gentleman. Now we've got the Black Knight. He's been at medium range. He's a pilot skill of 3. He's going to need 7s with how many shots he has at medium range. The rest of the Thunderbolt's external armor melts away as the Night Star also pivots and fires on the Thunderbolt from medium range. I believe, let me add this up. He will need 8s to hit on his attacks against the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt takes 2 more hits from that Night Star back on the hill. He goes internal, chance for a critical, starting to panic a little bit. might be looking for a new job. He's on Indeed.com. All right, let's roll that up real quick. We just kind of pan across the battlefield. Oh, yeah.
Warning. Armor breached.
Thunderbolt breathes a sigh of relief as his mech does not take any critical system damage. Oh, yeah, he's built in America. He's strong. All right, next up for the Legion of Vega is going to be this Puma. I'm trying to focus on him, but I'm failing miserably. Ah, well. He's got a shot across the woods. Pretty open shot since he's elevated at that Marauder. Going to go ahead and fire at medium range. He's got 2 shots, needing 9s on the Marauder. Actually, it's going to be 10s. That tree does cover the Marauder as I look from here. Puma's not able to complete the deal. 2 more mechs left for the Legion. We'll have the Raven and the Sentinel. See, I don't know if the Raven can see anybody. Let's see what he's got. He does have a shot at the Valkyrie. Going to be at medium range. And see how many shots he's got. 2 shots, needing 8s against that gentleman. The Raven, you see him back there. Valkyrie closing in. Raven's panning to his right, firing over that ridge line. Pretty awesome hold down shot. Unable to achieve any hits on him. Just up to the Sentinel now. He's probably going to fire at the Commando, get payback for smoking his buddy, the Raven. I keep saying Raven, but it's not. Oh, what's it called? The Jenner. The Jenner pilot actually owed him money. He's not happy about it. Sentinel's just got one shot at medium range. Looking to get... Let's do some math off camera. Looking for 8s, baby. Unable to connect that fire there. Alright, now we flip over. That's the end of the Legion of Vega. FedCom forces returning fire. Thunderbolt wants some payback. We'll start down with him. He deserves it. After a quick communication blast, they have decided to focus down on the Zeus, try to smoke him like a pack of cools. Thunderbolt, 4 shots, close range. He's a 3 pilot, and just TMM is a 1 for that. Only looking for 4s. Very sad. Zeus takes 4 to the chest. Got 2 external armor left. Blackjack trying to solve those problems for him. He's going to shoot at the... he's also at close range, just barely. We're going to fire at him just with a +1. Probably needing 5s. No. Let me see if these trees getting away. 1 second. Yes, those trees will affect him. He's more behind them than in him, like the Thunderbolt pilot. Him and the Crab will both be firing through trees. Blackjack's only able to get 1 hit on the Zeus. Crab will have 3 shots, needing 6s at close range against the Zeus. Crab goes beast mode as all 3 of his energy weapons penetrate the Zeus, causing 2 internal points of damage. Chance for critical on that gentleman.
Warning. Armor breached.
Zeus, also American made, baby. We know a 5 is no critical. No secondary system problems for him. Alright, that finishes up that lance. We move into the heavy lance here. Let's see what the Atlas can see. I think this is going to be onto the Black Knight and stuff. Take a look from the bird's eye view from these guys. Yeah, right behind those trees is the Black Knight. At medium range, they're going to fire at him. Atlas will have 5 shots, needing 7s because he's the lance leader. Skill 3 against the lance leader of the Kuritan, a heavy lance. Black Knight gets hit with 4 shots through the trees from the Atlas. Didn't feel the pressure. Didn't believe his radar signature. Probably doesn't even see the fleet sneaking up on him too. Marauder, medium range. He's a skill 4. He's going to need 8s to hit with whatever how many shots he's got. 3 hits from the Marauder against the Black Knight back there behind the trees. Shreds his the rest of his external armor. Also with a through armor critical with 1 double 6. Let's see what the critical is.
Warning. Armor breached.
I love rolling those 5s. No critical. Yes, everyone's lucking out. These things are built tough. Awesome. The Flea has worked himself into short range against the Black Knight. He'll get 2 shots. What the trees will be in the way. So we're looking for, I think, a 5. Check that. It's a 6. Flea hits the Black Knight with 1 energy weapon, going more into the internal structure. Let's see what the chance for critical is.
Head damaged. HUD compromised.
Target destroyed. Warning. Damage critical. Warning. Armor breached.
The Flea pilot is a sniper, gets the double 6, puts a round right through the cockpit, killing the pilot. Oh no, that mech is destroyed. Well, that shot is going to send shockwaves through this company of the Legion of Vega as their company commander, Black Knight pilot, is killed. Just goes silent on the radios. They might be looking to boogie now. We'll see what happens at the rest of this turn. Stinger pilot does have a shot, I think. No, he doesn't. The dome, the cupola of the Capitol building blocks him from firing at the Night Star. Well-placed architectural structure there. I don't think he has. Let me look from the other side. He might have shots at someone to the left. Technically, Stinger has a shot at the catapult on the hill. I gotta measure the range. That could be medium range with these extended range things I've got. Stinger is at medium range. He's a pilot of 4. We'll give him partial cover to the catapult. Catapult jump too. So this is going to be a tough shot. 2 shots, looking for 9s to hit the catapult up there on that hill. Catapult takes an unexpected shot from his left. First hit of the game, though. He's got plenty of armor left. If you can believe it, the Zeus has a shot at probably at medium range, I'm guessing. We're going to measure it out against the Night Star. Definitely going to get partial cover there. 4 shots, looking for 8s from the Awesome against the Night Star. 2 hits on the Night Star. Charger, I don't know if you can see him or not. No, I don't think he can see the Night Star. That's just too bad, so sad. Let's see if he can see anybody. He technically can see the Raven, I think. Yeah, he's only going through 1 set of trees to get there. So he can see him at medium range. He'll need 4 shots, needing 9s to hit the Raven. Raven takes 1 hit. He's still with us. That's his first hit of the game. He's got 2 more armor left. Now we'll get the Valkyrie and the Commando firing at the Sentinel up on the hill. Valkyrie's going to need 7s with 2 shots against the Sentinel. Sentinel ducking and weaving, doesn't get hit. Commando already got 1 kill under his belt. He's going to fire 3 shots at medium range at the same target. He'll need 8s to hit the target. Commando continues his winning ways, puts 2 more hits onto the Sentinel. He's down to like 1 armor, I think, on the external. And that'll end turn 4. We're going to turn 5 as things are looking bad for the Legion of Vega. Probably going to start contemplating a little force withdrawal. They weren't able to repulse the attack immediately. Reinforced with the rest of the, what is it, regiment or whatever it is. I don't have a regiment. Battalion. And start thinking about the next place they're going to engage the Donegal Guards as they continue their attack on this planet. Alright, it's time for turn 5 initiative. Let's do this thing.
Enemy detected. Weapons systems online.
Donegal Guards keep the initiative. That's not good for the Legion of Vega. They got to figure something out here. Alright, let's move the one lance at a time. Here we go. Start off with some low-level pans around the battlefield. I've never done this one before, but that could be fun. Hopefully it's not too nauseating. Then we'll go to the overhead. Oh, I missed the Night Star. There he is. Alright. Start seeing the Legion of Vega starting to withdraw from the battlefield as the Donegal Guards close in for the kill. It's hard to shoot and walk and actually stay on target. I don't know how those drone pilots do it. Alright. We'll kick over to the back to the satellite view here in a second. There we go. That's kind of cool. Just kind of accidentally getting some good footage here. And I think these guys are the last guys. Alright. Let's go back to the normal view. Okay. Back in this, the Reaper drone. Got the Sentinel, the Raven, and the Puma kind of falling back on the left as the I think the Commando and the Valkyrie are here. We've got the Stinger moving into town, followed by the back here by the Charger and the Awesome kind of tied up in the woods. Way back here we've got the Night Star continuing to try to stay alive. I owe him a critical roll. I forgot to do a roll for him at the end of last, when he got hit for a critical by somebody last turn. Can't remember exactly who. Got the Marauder, the Atlas, being big boys, closing in. And then the rest of the Legion of Vega kind of falling back as a group. As you got the Zeus, Battlemaster, the Assassin, the Ostrock, and here's the Catapult. And closing in on their position to, well, not closing in at all. The Thunderbolt kind of fell back, almost like a forced withdrawal kind of thing. Blackjack and the Crab, who aren't sporting the most armor in the world, but they're also closing in on them. But mostly, actually, was peeling off the Awesome and the Charger. I might actually outnumbered the Legion of Vega. Might have been able to push if they had better. More armor and more time, but it's about go time to run. Alright, let's see what happens. We'll start off on the Ode critical roll for the Night Star.
Warning. Armor breached. Enemy mech destroyed.
So double one on the bad news is ammo explosion. Good news is this has case, and bad news after that is this has 1 point of armor left in the internal structure. So the Night Star detonates. Night Star goes down in a blaze of glory. We're down to that's 4 mech losses for the Legion of Vega. 2 more and it's automatic loss. Alright, we'll go from right to left with these gentlemen. Assassin at medium range going to fire 1 shot at the Marauder through the trees, plus he jumped. Needing 10s to hit the Marauder. Ostrock has a clearer shot at the Atlas, so he's going to put 4 shots into him at medium range. I think, let me set it up real quick. And just needing 7s. Ostrock pilot probably panics a little bit looking down the barrel of the Atlas. Misses everything. Alright, Battlemaster's up from medium range shooting at the Atlas. He's got 3 shots, needing 7s to nail the big boy. He makes up for the lack of shooting by the Ostrock pilot, puts 3 into the Atlas. The Zeus will also gun for the Atlas. I think it's 3 or 4 shots, needing 7s as well. No, the Atlas will get partial cover for him. 8 shot. Sorry, he'll need 8s if I get everything right. That is 8s. 4 shots, needing 8s to hit the company commander of the Donegal Guards here on Alrakis. Dice have gone ice cold for the Legion of Vega as they miss the Atlas some more. The catapults will also unload at medium range on the Atlas. He jumped and gets partial cover, so it'll be a +3 to whoever I get. 3 shots, needing 10s against the Atlas. Oh, all those missiles also missed the target. Oh, not good. Alright, going over to the light lance. We'll start off with the Panther. Panther's got a clean shot at the commando at medium range. The Panther did jump, but he has a skill of 3. Panther will have 2 shots. Looking for 9s, baby. Panther scores a hit on the commando. Raven looking to back up that action. He also has a clean shot on the commando at medium range, but he's a skill 4. He did not jump though. 2 shots, looking for 8s on the commando. Takes out does 1 point of damage, takes out the last piece of armor on the external of the commando. The Sentinel can't back it up. He's got 2 trees in the way. He pivots to his right, not happy with what he sees down this road, but he will fire, oh my gosh, at the Stinger. It's just a horrifying view for these light mechs. Big boys coming through the buildings at him. Sentinel will have 1 shot, looking for an 8 against the Stinger. And that basically sums up most of the Legion of Vega's turn. Terrible. They go ice cold in turn 5. Not a good time. Let's see if the coldness spreads. It's contagious. It's going over to the Donegal Guards as they look to end this first battle of Alrakis. Valkyrie gonna fire on the Puma. Let me get down and look and see if this is a clear shot. Oh, definitely trees in the way. +1. Valkyrie is 2 shots, looking for 8s because he's got skill 3. He goes with the absolute worst dice and the absolute best dice. Get 3 through armor critical, 1 damage to the Puma. Let's see what happens.
Warning. Armor breached. Warning. Damage critical.
And forgive me, that's Panther. I'll do that a lot. I'll say Puma and Panther. I don't know why. It's something to do with the German armored car. I get a little bit cuckoo on that one. Panther takes a half a movement point loss and 1 point of damage. First hit of the game. Commando with a clear shot at the Panther. Panther did jump, so I'll make him +2. He gets +2 for medium range, and that's it. So looking for an 8 with 3 shots from the Commando. Panther's able to matrix that one. Nice. Alright, Stinger's going to shoot at him as well. Unless something's better. Might just shoot at the Sentinel. Medium range. He did not jump. A little bit easier to hit. No, they're both +2. Let me take a look at this. Hang on. Yeah, we'll focus down on the Sentinel from over here. Alright, I don't know how many shots he gets, but it's going to be medium range and then a +2. I forgot he jumped. Be a +3 no matter what. Stinger, 2 shots. Looking for 9s against the Panther. And he wasn't shooting at the Panther. I got Panther on the brain. He's shooting at the Sentinel. And he gets 1 hit on him. He's down to 1 point of external armor. Now the Charger is going to fire on him, followed by the Awesome. Charger's got 4 shots. Looking for 8s to hit the Sentinel. Good luck, my friend. This is the big boys. Two hits. One's the through armor critical chance. Be 2 critical rolls as the Sentinel is also penetrated to his internal structure.
Warning. Armor breached. Warning. Damage critical.
Core meltdown imminent.
He takes an engine hit from the Charger. Awesome, looking to finish him off. Medium range. Let's see if there might be something in the way. Let me look. Yeah, that one building deck there he's behind is kind of in the way a little bit. So it'll be a +1 on top of everything else. 4 shots, looking for 9s to finish off the Sentinel.
Warning. Armor breached. Enemy mech destroyed.
The awesome blast through with his particle ejection cannons, nailing the Sentinel for 2 hits. That's enough. He blows up. He goes down. Alright, the Battlemaster's got a clean sheet. Marauder and the Atlas see that the Zeus is hurting, so they're going to pay the extra penalty to get the +1 firing through the trees. Also, the flea over here will get a clean shot at the flea, at the Zeus. Might as well do that first. Let's do this, baby. Medium range, just a +1, so +3 total. Looking for 7s. How many shots he got? The flea looking to end the Zeus. He's already got 1 kill. One that took out the Black Knight. Oh, he misses this time. Doesn't get the 7. Alright, go on to big boys. Start with the Marauder. Firing through the trees at the Zeus. Looking for 8s to end his life with 5 shots, though. That's nuts. 2 hits on the Zeus. He's got 2 internal structure left. He's got his hand on the ejection seat. Chance for a critical.
Warning. Armor breach. Warning. Damage critical.
Trusty 5. No more damage to the Zeus. He loves it. The Atlas. Locking in on him. Missiles, autocannons, AC-20. All the good things, plus a bunch of medium lasers. He only needs 7s because he's a pilot 3.
Damage critical. Warning. Armor breached. Enemy mech destroyed.
He's able to get the 2 hits, finishing off the Zeus. Not the best shooting in the world, but still enough to destroy him. Atlas. He's a homebreaker. Oh, takes him out. Pilot probably ejects, but gets smoked. The game will end after this turn. Thunderbolt. Can't see anything through the trees, I don't think. No, he can't. Everything he was going to shoot at is dead. Crab's got 2 things through the trees. Well, actually, he could fire at the assassin. And the Blackjack could fire on the... can he fire on the Battlemaster? Yeah. Well, I'm trying to see if he gets clips 2 trees or not. He does, so he can't see him. Blackjack can't see anybody. Crab will fire at the assassin to finish the turn and the game. It is medium range. The Crab jumped like an absolute boss. So he gets a +4, plus trees, +5. And yeah, and then we got a skill of 4 at medium range. So we're looking for 11s from the Crab. Yeah, the Crab's got 2 shots, leaning 11s.
Warning. Damage critical.
What a way to end the game, baby! Oh, 2 double 6s hit the assassin. That also goes internal. So, as far as I'm concerned, 3 chances for a critical on the bad boy.
Warning. Armor breached. Enemy mech destroyed.
One of those hits is a critical on the ammunition, which is an explosion, which takes out the assassin. The other one was a weapon hit and then a nothing hit. Assassin goes down in a blaze of glory, adding on to the total kill total by the Donegal Guards. Oh, which we'll get to that in the wrap-up pre-game hype for the next battle. I'm just going to combine that into just basically one video. So, the assassin goes down, and the Zeus goes down. And now the rest of the Legion of Vega will escape the battlefield as the Donegal Guards begin to salvage. And we'll be back with all the totals, my thoughts on Alpha Strike for the first game, and everything else. Alright, you guys are awesome. I hope you have the great rest of the holiday weekend here, well, at least it is in America. And you guys are fantastic. Thanks so much, man. And we'll I'm almost done with those Prussians. Whew, that's a lot of work. See ya.